Hey, how you doing? So I took a break from working on our Jason Todd Robin fan film, link to the Indiegogo down below. Your support has been incredible and thank you so much. And I went to see The Batman. Let's go! Oh my goodness. Excited for The Batman?
Yeah.
I'm so fucking hype.
Any of this mean anything to you?
Go. Are you excited for The Batman?
Very excited.
Are you excited for The Batman?
I'm excited, yes.
Are you too excited for The Batman?
So excited for The Batman.
3 times in 4 days.
Masterpiece.
Masterpiece.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Masterpiece.
Dude, this is the Batman film I've waited my entire life for. This is one of my favorite comic book movies of all time, and I don't know if Batman will ever be as well translated, as well adapted, as cared for as what Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson have done with the character. But first, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Honey. Honey is a browser extension and the #1 shopping tool in America. I look at it like my shopping sidekick. Do you ever check out from an online store and notice a field that says code? But if you're like me, you don't know shit about discount codes, so you end up having to proceed with your purchase, paying full price, losing out on a deal, and falling into a rabbit hole of self-hatred. Well, Honey is a tool that automatically searches the internet for those promo codes, so you don't have to. Once you add items to your cart and you're about to check out, Honey will automatically sift through those online promotions, applying the best coupon available to your order. Just sit back, relax, and let Honey do the rest. I just learned that if you already have Honey on your computer, you can actually add it to your iPhone to find deals on the go. I think I get a small boost of serotonin, which I desperately need, watching my cart totally lower every time I use Honey. Who doesn't like to see money being saved in real time? Did I mention it's absolutely free to use? So make sure to sign up at joinhoney.com/HiTop. That way you'll be directly supporting my channel. That's joinhoney.com/HiTop. Thanks, guys. Listen, I'm going to keep this brief since I plan on doing a full deep dive into the film once all the behind the scenes, the commentaries, and the Blu-ray is released, I promise. But dude, this is it. You know how I'm always complaining or raving hyperbolically, aiming for poetically, but coming off pretentiously about how too many superhero flicks feel voiceless, feel like studio notes overtake the directorial vision? This is not the case with Matt Reeves' The Batman. The Batman is what I'm always wanting, a fresh but beautifully loving adaptation of a character that means so much to so many people, a character that I would not be here today without. A film that feels crafted by hand, built from the ground up by artists with a shared love. A film that's more Hitchcock, more Chinatown, The Conversation than a crowd-pleasing superhero comedy. The Batman feels like the perfect adaptation of the tone, the grime, the empathy of Batman Year 1. Except it's Year 2 in Bruce's Gotham experiment. It drops you smack dab in the middle of this hellhole with this masked, broken child leading us, guiding us through the muck. Robert Pattinson is the Batman, my Batman, the Batman I've always longed to see adapted into live action. I genuinely, truly, without a doubt in me, believe that he is now right alongside Christopher Reeve in terms of embodying everything I've always adored about the character. His Bruce Wayne is so broken, so unable to connect with the world, and that is shown to us in every framing choice, in every single cut. Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson give such care to truly crafting a broken young man unable to grow up, a broken kid crippled by pain, who never needs to tell us how unable to live, unable to love he is, but instead shows us in every glance, every moment, every twitch. Guys, this might be my favorite lead performance in a superhero property ever. It's subtle, unannounced. It's what isn't said, what can't be said, that makes this Batman, this Bruce Wayne, so compelling to me. We never see Thomas and Martha die here, but the impact that trauma had on our hero is visually conveyed in every single moment. Every single choice Reeves and Pattinson are making behind and in front of the camera. It's the long stares at a young boy who just lost his father that tells us all we need to know. It's the subtle ease when Selina is around. It's the slight voice change when he's worried about Alfred, afraid that Gordon has betrayed him, terrified that he is and will always be alone. This Bruce Wayne is nothing without Batman. It's the only answer for him. Take Batman away and you're left with that child who has not in any way, shape, or form figured out how to exist in the world. When he's forced to be in public, when he's shoved in front of Falcone's door without the suit, without his armor, his wall between himself and the world, he can barely make eye contact. He can barely speak. It's haunting, heartbreaking, tragic. Bruce would rather the people, his people, be unnerved by him, be terrified of him, than the slight chance that maybe someday, if he takes off the mask, if he shows them his pain, they might care for him, and he might have to love again. But he wants so badly, he needs so badly to communicate his affection towards Selina, to express his love and appreciation to Jim Gordon, to allow himself to trust them, to tell them how much they mean to him. But all this Bruce Wayne can do is watch from afar. Control the way he sees the world through hidden camera contact lenses that can identify someone's name, their profession. He would rather see life through those, know every detail, study it, than actually live in it. And away from the first frame to the last, The Batman is about those who feel they can only watch. Bruce, the Riddler, Selina, Oz, and by extension us are always watching this world, watching our lives through broken glass, searching for anything to fix our cracks, wanting to be a part of a world that you feel rejected you, that you feel hurt you. Broken orphans lashing out at a world that they feel will never understand their pain, and being unable to look in the mirror for fear of what they might see. The Batman is dark, broody, angsty, which, if you know me, is just everything I need. Greg Fraser's cinematography is gorgeous, having more in common with Hitchcock meets David Mazzucchelli meets black paper drawn animated series than the CG low contrast previs we've become so numb to. My boy Michael's score is the perfect mix of gothic edge, pulsating echoes, but classically tragic noir. Everyone shows up. Every single cast and crew member delivers what feels like a passion project that ignites my hope that superhero movies can have something to say, that ignites the flair for why I started making YouTube videos about these characters and movies I love. For me, The Batman is right up there alongside Spider-Man 2, Superman 78, Mask of the Phantasm, and Netflix's Daredevil. Matt Reeves isn't crafting an entry in the DC extended universe. This feels like the first chapter in his Batman universe, the start of the next genre-defining series of blockbusters that a decade, 20, 30, 40 years from now will all look back to as the king of what these movies can and should be. Not embarrassed of the campiness, entirely sincere in its approach, and not afraid of challenging the staples that first bound the detective comic pages together. I can't wait to talk about this movie once we've all had time to sit with it. I can't wait to deep dive into this world as soon as possible. Analyze every frame and choice, every bit of subtext and symbolism. The universe crafted here is so rich, the characters so layered. Just yes, dude. Fuck yeah, man. This is it. And what's beautiful, what's so meaningful to me here, is the fact that all of this, stripped to the core, the world Matt Reeves built, the Gotham he translated, the Bruce he birthed, it's all so empathetic. Matt Reeves has such a tangible grasp, a tender touch for those in pain, those angry, those scarred. He never looks at Bruce, shows us Selina, scares us with Edward, makes us laugh with Oz by apathetically judging them. He is always empathetically looking within them. The city is angry, scarred, like me. Some actions are irredeemable, but maybe if we can understand them, understand what fuels the fire of vengeance, we can try to help heal the burn. Even if he can never tell his characters, these characters we have loved for over 80 years, that everything's gonna be okay. Even if they can't comfortably touch, can't fully love, can't find peace within themselves. Matt Reeves believes that the freaks, the tormented, the broken, like his Bruce Wayne, can find a way to grow. to overcome. Find a way to inspire those of us who also feel a little different, who feel alone in the dark, who desperately needed and need a bit of light to guide them, to save them. Those of us who will always need a little bit of hope.